Little Mo is in the building.
Yep.
Legendary. This is crazy. And you from Baltimore. Sheesh.
Well, I live here. I've been here for 20 years. No, because people.
Please don't do that.
No, people from up north be getting on me. You was from New York first, then you was. I was just like, that's where I was born and raised. But I came here, so I've lived here longer than anywhere. So, you know
You
everybody
can't
say
do
they
that,
from here
bro.
now.
You can't do that.
What?
We killed Carmelo for that. You can't do that.
No, I'm from here.
All right, okay.
I wasn't born here.
You from here.
That way, I just said that. I was
So
like,
you
I'm
gotta
from
live
here.
here.
Yeah.
I thought you. Was
I'm
about to say
out
you-
here.
I thought you. Was
No,
about
I
to
was
say
just
you
trying
from
to clear
New
it up.
York.
No, because when I go to New York, they be like, yo, you abandon us. People really be having abandonment issues of when artists, be like, nah, it's not where you from, it's where you at. And I'm at here. I'm
Facts.
out here.
Now that's why I had to say it. 'Cause,
That
like,
way.
like I think Mello did that because I think he lived in New York a little bit, and he was like talking about it like, nah, bro, you from here, man. We need that, especially Baltimore. We need all the presents we can get.
And now nobody cares. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love Mello. But no, they did grind him up. They was like, you went up New York, now you looking like a weirdo. Yeah.
Thanks, nah,
but he
nah.
was always in the city. One thing about Baltimore, like if you go somewhere and don't say you like from there or rep there, they gonna grind you. They
Facts.
to sort us as soon as you get back to the city.
Facts, because I feel like just the culture. First of all, we get. First of all, we got this perception that nobody made it from Baltimore. I don't know why we got that perception. We got the perception of like nobody made it in the industry from Baltimore. So many people.
Because you know what it is people be like, oh, they not from Baltimore, they from Maryland. Because it'd be a lot of people from PG. It'd be a lot of people from, different
We
counties.
still
But
got some hitters from Baltimore.
real life.
I think people overlook people because they still there. Because I would say I would say Jess Hilarious, I would say Drew Hill, I'm gonna say Rough Ends, I'm gonna say even if we
Jada Pinkett, Tupac.
Pinkett.
If we gonna go, let's go.
I mean, I wouldn't say Tupac, but
I would.
you say he from Baltimore?
He went to what's the performing arts
Arts.
schools? Yeah. That's what made him what he was. And so he had to play the role. Then once he got in the character, don't tell me when he started acting like Bishop, he was not from here. He teed up.
All right, you got that, boy.
That way.
We got so many. I think we
Like,
got legends, but they get
Give him
overlooked.
his things. Because I used to think I was Tupac. Oh, and I got on the biggest. But I used to think I was Tupac. And that's honestly why I came out here. But that's a whole nother story.
Wait, what you mean? We'll get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get this interview popping, man.
Yeah.
Yo, what's popping? You know what time it is? Your boy, Mr. J Hill. Mario. Sheesh, my bad. That's another one.
Mario. I knew since he was a Javante.
Tank.
That way.
Sheesh. Let's get into it.
There's a lot of people from the city that's winning.
There's a lot of people. Let's get into this podcast, man. What's popping? You know what time it is? Your boy, Mr. J Hill Podcast. Oh, man. Hey, for the month of March, I told y'all we doing it for our powerful woman. This is something I've never done this before. We're going to drop all women in the month of March. Why not start it with one of the legends? I mean, legendary voice in a time where the voice is overshadowed and we ain't talking about the voice no more. We talking about writing and all this other stuff, the tools on the everything. Legendary voice, legendary personality. I mean, listen, y'all ain't even looking at my notes. She radio star, TV star, music industry star,
you.
Baltimore legend. Worldwide legend. Lil Mo is in the building. What up?
Thank you.
No, I
That was a
appreciate
nice introduction. I appreciate it.
Nah, so I usually don't even do intros. I don't. It's like
That's honestly the best part because it lets you know what people think about you. So like thank you. I appreciate that.
I ain't even dropped none of the accolades because like that's just stuff that like happened along the way. It's dope for sure. I think you got nominated for like 12. How many nominations you got?
I got nominated for a lot of stuff. Did I win them? Damn, all
You
that.
won a couple things though.
Yeah, but I lost all those awards. I don't even know what half the stuff is.
Okay.
I've never been into stuff like that. I don't know why, because I have ADHD real bad, like my kids, so I don't
Wait, what
go
does
to-
that mean? ADHD. People say that.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So back when I was young, it was just sit your ass down. You wild because I can't sit still. So with ADD and ADHD, in this time period means you can't sit still.
Okay.
But there's a reason why you can't sit still. So I just started doing music to keep me calm.
Yo, Mo, ain't this? I know you can understand this, bro. Isn't it? I was watching this documentary on Netflix. I think it was called Dope, and a lady had got locked up for passing dope through the umbilical cord to her child, and they arrested her for like what is it called when you pass something to somebody else, you sell it to somebody else? I forgot what it's called. But they arrested her for giving dope to her child through the umbilical cord.
Jesus.
But she was saying, basically, she was in her interview, she was like, yo, you know, it was reasons I was doing that. I was depressed, I didn't really have no help, things like that.
Gotcha.
And she told her therapist or the doctor or whatever, and they arrested her. And she was like, it's a shame that the first thing they did was arrest me instead of getting me help.
That part.
But nowadays, anything like that, any traumatic things, whatever you go through, they get you help. They mental illness, you need help, they get you a therapist and things like that. I wonder, like, you seeing kind of both cultures, was that the same with you when you was coming up? Like, a lot of things they judge you for, they point the finger to you, and nowadays you're seeing so many people getting the help for it when you didn't get the help.
Yeah. I think what happens is that everything shifts. But I know with me coming up in the 90s, like my kids say, the late 1900s, they swear that was slavery and the medieval times. But if you were black, if you were a woman, and if you had to be independent, there was no such thing as mental illness. You just had to deal with it. So there were a lot of things that I had to fight through because they just expected black women to be so strong. But I realize now it was a lot of PTSD that I suffer with. And you get a therapist, no, you better go to church, let the Lord heal you from it. So what's chic now was taboo then. So there wasn't a lot of black people going to therapy. Now we encourage it. My kids, all of my children, well, all of my sons have therapists. Like, I encourage it because you will not grow up and then when you get to your big age, you blame everything in your past for your problems. If you don't want to talk to me, if you can't push through it, we'll find somebody neutral that doesn't know you. So I specifically have to target therapists that don't know me, that be thinking, oh, I'm gonna just talk, because they not supposed to tell, because if you tell, that's against a HIPAA law, and then I'm gonna sue your ass. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like therapy, I encourage it. I do it. And I know growing up, that wasn't a thing. We literally would go to church and try to fast and pray things away. But God put therapists here for a reason. So back then, there were no titles to it. But I think people, even though people don't really care no more, they walk past and stuff like that, I think we're more cognizant and empathetic to people are having feelings. But honestly, this is a generation that don't feel. So it's kind of weird.
You think we don't feel? I feel like this is a generation that feel too much.
I think this is a generation, I'm just speaking from my point of view as a mom, this generation talk too much. Yeah, because even in the Bible it says this is a weaker and wiser generation. So y'all smart as shit, but y'all can't take shit. Like, not trying to be funny. Like, when my kids, like, people like, don't talk to kids like that. I'm like, why? You want me to talk to them in an inside voice, then they go outside, somebody tell them to shut the fuck up, and then they start crying and want to kill everybody? Or do I tell you, yo, sit your ass down and you see how that makes you feel, so that when somebody says it outside to you, you know not to naturally react, be like, oh, okay, they just saying it. You have to teach people. See, I teach the way I'm raising my children, the tonality, emotionality, passion, like everything is different around my way. So, yeah.
It's crazy because, like, I feel like as good as the space we're in now, I feel like we got to have some type of balance, because we talk about corporal punishment, right? When you beat your kids and things like that. I came up getting beatings.
I got whoopings, John.
Right, and I honestly think it made me better, to be honest.
And people like, that's a slave mentality. They used to whip slaves. I said, no, they used to do that in front of people to put fear. Like, let's get to it. You feel me?
Yeah, they would beat you, like, to embarrass you.
And be weird. And they was doing that, breaking niggas in front of niggas. But honestly, what is niggas doing now? That's, child, please don't make me go there.
About it.
Nah, like, nigga, like, so, you see what the police just did to, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can give me some water. You see what they did? Like, y'all doing the same thing. So what you expect? Back then they couldn't fight back. Now we teeing up. Yeah, now we gonna burn this whole city down. We gonna riot. We gonna post it on social media. Now all y'all going to jail.
You gotta pour your own poison. I know you're a legend, but like.
But pour just a little bit, because I'll tell you when to stop. I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't see. Whoa. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, man. It's wine. I got it just for you. I don't even drink wine.
All right, that's good. Me neither, child. It's Sunday. He done had a prayer. But no, it's just like, that's why I don't judge nobody. I just be like, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't never had to give my daughters no whoopings, but my sons, I don't have to whoop them. I just got to put the fear of God in them. Like, I will beat you the fuck up, my nigga. My mom used to kick my ass. Like, yeah, my mom used to kick mine too. Like, it is what it is. It made me a better person. And I never, like, oh, she doesn't love me because she, like, beat me with extension cords. Like, now that's, like, a kid, you know, you walking to school looking all weird, but there be some kids, I'll be like, child, sometimes you might have to throw a chair.
I used to tell me go get this old school stories that we hear in real life. Yeah, off the tree, the smallest one.
And wet it?
See, I ain't had to.
You ever got a whooping out the tub?
I was about to say I got a whooping out the tub.
That's the worst ever. I think it got to a point where Well, whoopings was almost like, yo, what kind? Like it was like,
Yeah,
can you
we could
survive
brag
it?
about it.
Oh, that's all you got, man. My mother beat me with an iron cord. Your mother's a terrorist.
Bro, I used to. It's crazy because like I think about it now. It's terrible, and they probably judging us, but I don't care.
They
so
be
like,
odd.
I was so naive. I got in trouble in school, right? My mom told me go take a bath. She's like, don't even worry about it. She's like, it's cool. It's. But I'm thinking about it, like, why was I that naive? She said, just go take a bath, get ready for bed or something like that.
Yeah.
I gets out the tub. She like, come here. Like, you know how to put your clothes, come here. I'm wet. She beat me with a leather belt. I mean, I'm probably give my mom's like
That's post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yo,
now they're trying to lock you up for a but I bet you ain't never do what you did again.
Nah, I probably did. I was bad.
Boys is different.
Let's all right. So let's get into this interview. We didn't even get into it.
Because
yet.
I want to whoop
Let's,
my son's ass so bad, but he's 14.
I got this
Child.
this icebreaker thing I do with everybody right before I start the
Lord.
interview. Right.
Oh Lord.
So I just want to see.
I thought our ice was already broke.
No, I ain't
Nigga, we
break-
talking about whoopings, school, ass out. What the fuck? No, just kidding. Gay. All right.
We still breaking the ice. We ain't
Oh,
even get-
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Let's
What do
get
they say?
it.
We ain't to get to the thick of things. But all right, let's go. This is some easy stuff. I'm gonna say some things. I just want to get the first thoughts about it.
Okay.
All right. Let's say when we thinking about the biggest difference between music in the 90s and music in the 2000s. Not 2020s, but like 2000s. Up until 2010.
The biggest difference?
Yeah, what do you think?
Everything. But everybody that's from the 90s knows that the music was going to change. Like, we could take it back further than that. The A&Rs used to be musicians and grew up around music. Once they started hiring people that was, oh, my nephew, he run the label. Why? Nigga ain't played a keyboard, ain't never grew up in nobody church, ain't never sang a note, ain't never wrote a song, because then nepotism took over. But that's a whole nother discussion.
When you say nepotism, what you mean?
People was hiring their kids. I hired my son to do things, but he can actually do what I put him in a position to do.
I mean, ain't that's why we work though, honestly.
Yeah, but if you can't do the job, you know how many people was
teach 'em.
tricking out budgets and none of the albums was ever coming out, but they was related to somebody up at the label. See, I still got some trauma going on. I was like, wait, how you got them ass working and they don't even know how to fucking audit? Like, let me see them books.
All right, stay right there. Hold that. I'm gonna come back to it. That probably was a bad question because there's a lot to talk about in that.
Yeah,
All right, so
'cause I'm
just
an OG, so
I'm getting
get ready.
quick thoughts real quick. Okay, so reality TV. What you think about it?
I love it.
Love it. Radio.
I think it's fake.
You think it's fake?
Like, they be hype on everybody. I never understood why people want to tune into something because people fighting. Show me how to get some money.
Come on, you know why people like that too.
That's weird to me. If you fighting at your big age, you're weird. Like,
But
go
people
join the
love
army,
it.
my nigga.
Negativity sells though. You know that.
Not in my house.
I mean, not in your house, but the world.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. If you go look at the numbers, nobody's tuning in. They're tuning to the Super Bowl. Positivity actually sells more. We just push negativity more. Let's be honest.
That's hard. I like that. That was a
It
bar. That
did,
was
like,
a
for
bar.
real.
Hey, that give me a little
If
bit
it
motivation.
did, how come Joel? How many people go? Can you Google how many people Joel Osteen got at his church, and go show me how many concerts half these niggas that's in jail. Let's get it. Joel Osteen sells out his church. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. All the mega churches, they faithfully have what 30,000 people a Sunday. No, hey, y'all come to my church. All he do is get on there, smile, no mustache, looking well. You know what I mean? They still gonna support. That's positivity. He gets on there, talks in his inside voice, but get up there, yo, I'm gonna knock you out, bitch. Talk about everything.
But-
how many people?
45.
A week.
So okay, cool. Hype, but $45,000 people a week, right? Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's great. Forget cool.
Cool.
That's great.
Amazing.
It's amazing. But if Joe Osteen go out and do some crazy stuff right now, that's why news sells.
Yeah, they'll tune in.
It'll be way more than 45,000 people that's going to tune in. It's going to be millions of people because they love seeing somebody fall. They love seeing something happen to somebody. That's literally why we got news. Everything about the news only show a bunch of shit that's going to break your heart. It's like, yo, this shit is sad.
Mental illness.
So
People
all right,
love their feelings hurt and they love to see stuff that they ain't supposed to be looking at.
cool. This is going to be great.
It's-
And I say this last time, right? This is going to be great. All right.
Like, cause I'm gonna give you what you need,
let
child.
me get through the icebreaker. Radio,
right.
how do you feel about it? Just because we might touch on some of these stuff later.
Wait, what you said? What?
Radio, how do you feel about radio?
For real? Thank God for podcasts. Radio played out.
Yo,
Am I lying?
No, you're not.
By sure,
I'm with you.
it's a whole generation. Ask them when I say radio, nobody cares.
Hey, I'm with you. That's
And
why we laugh because like
When we got in the car on the ride here, when I get on the airplane, I'm not tuning into the radio. I'm putting on the movie, when I lay, I'm not saying, hey, can you turn it down? I'm plugging up my aux cord and I'm listening to my streaming site. Radio is dead.
All right, cool. Deaf of radio, deaf of terrestrial radio.
There's some stations that still lit, and those are friends of mine. But the rest of it, struggling, baby. God bless the dead.
Missy Elliott,
the GOAT.
the GOAT.
The president of the GOAT University.
That was hard. Okay. Hot Boys.
Like, what I think of it?
First thing that come to mind.
2 brown girls that wasn't expected to make it have one of the biggest records in history.
I love it. You had to choose personally before all the hype. Superwoman 1 or Superwoman 2?
Superwoman 2.
Ooh. Okay.
Because I knew Superwoman 1 was going to go over people's heads. That's a songwriter's favorite song.
I feel like they be the ones that you really love.
And it had a sample in it. So that was an issue. Because the lyrics to it, honestly, was more lit than Superwoman 2.
But that's what I'm asking you.
But the put together Superwoman 2, the way it came together, it was like, it wasn't for me, but I took it. They said it wasn't going to be a hit. Still trending. Like, I just saw them shaking it. I was like, oh my God, this song is older than my kids and we still outside. Play with something safer. When I know.
Wait, you just seen that?
I just saw it. My son sent it to me. They was like, and I think, not Brill, Bryce was like, oh, we been did that.
What?
But do you know how many doors that's open for me posting it? Literally was on the line with DJ Crazy. I was like, now I was going to hit him up before. And I was like, I don't want to look like I'm Dickie in this generation. I know. He was like, Queen. I was like, wait, they know who I am.
Look at this.
I got
real live goosebumps.
Are you serious?
What? Like,
because this is the generation that doesn't care. My son be like, Mom, you're old. But I was like, I'm not listening to my kids no more. Because when I see these young kids be like, wait, what? This was old. We been did this. And so I throw it up and it go. I was like, wait, I'm about to go viral again, child. I'm going to learn to dance and work with the producers and do something. They was like, let's go. I said, say less.
No, you crazy. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, so last one. You got to rank these 3 things from greatest to least that you care about, right?
Okay.
What would it be? Number 1 for you, and what would the last one be? Love, loyalty, respect. What got to come first?
Respect.
Wow.
Because if you respect me, you'll be loyal. And if you're loyal to me, that means you love me. You can't be loyal without love. But, see, that's the order I put it in because respect is real heavy. If I respect you, they don't have to like you. But you gotta respect me. You ain't gotta love me, but you gotta respect me. I'm not asking for loyalty. You don't gotta sleep in the bed with me. You ain't none of my kids. You ain't gotta give me them, but you gotta respect me. Money is earned. Respect, like money, you can make that. That respect is, I realized that's why I came back in the game at this big age, child, because I want my respect.
And that kind of goes into the interview, right? I said we want to start
Okay.
5 times now, but so you said you came back in the game to get your respect.
Yeah.
From the outsides of it, right? Taking my bias out of it, because I know Lil Mo and I love Lil Mo, right? But I understand that I might not represent the world.
You do.
So you will have your respect then, if I represent the world.
Opinions. People always say opinions like asshole. Everybody has one, but I always say opinions only satisfy those who make them. So if I have an opinion on something and if I sit up here and say I don't care about the fuck nobody say, if somebody respect me, I care about what you say. That's the world. I'm in my own world anyway. So there's the earth, there's the people, and there's the people that I care about. So if you don't respect me, I don't even hear, see, feel, think about your opinion. You feel me? That's where I'm at in my life. I think once you turn 40, you just like, people are like, I don't give a fuck. You give a fuck because you said you did. I don't give a fuck because you ain't gonna never hear me say I don't.
Right.
I'm just only gonna rock with people that respect. I respect. So I respect you.
That's facts. I like that. But let's not I don't want to, because there's a lot of growth here, right?
Yeah.
But I want to go through the journey.
Gotcha.
Because it was a lot of feelings that you had to learn this somewhere, right? You had to arrive at this Lil Mo somewhere, right? So when I say, you just said it, I came back into the game because I got to get my respect. So clearly you feel like there's a void there somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? So my thing is, what I was going to say is, outside of myself, right? I look at, and I was talking to a couple of my friends about this. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Alex. I was saying like, you look at the music and it's almost like the music was bigger than your name. And I was wondering, did you think that, was that a thought that you ever even thought about? Because you think about the superstars, their name is more important than the music. For you, it's kind of the opposite.
Because, and I also hear people say, oh man, people give me a lot of flowers now, which I'm like, oh God, Jesus, am I about to die, child? Lord, I'm buying the death angel, because when I'm a person, when you start showing me too much love, I fall back, because I'll be like, no, I don't want you to love me that much. But then I was just like, it comes to a point where you have to respect that there are genuinely people that love you, that respect you, that grew up. And I was just like, oh, okay. Because I literally, everything I did was just like, I'm going to try it. And I always wind up breaking records. But I don't be caring enough to, like, people's like, you never got the respect or the accolades or things you deserve. I said, because I didn't want them. I've seen people get lost in that. And when they don't win what they got nominated for, they go into depression. So I've been depressed. And I was like, ooh, I was depressed over things that was going on over here. These people are depressed because they didn't win something, or because they had to do some ungodly things and it still ain't come out how they planned it out. Me, I was just like, I'm going to go in here and sing this. And next thing you know, oh, y'all, they have the song to play so many times. We have to retire the record because they think y'all are cheating. Oh, okay. But I was like, oh, that's what's up. I was just like, that's what's up.
Is that a defense mechanism though? Is that kind of being scared to get overly emotional about something?
I'm not afraid of anything. I was just like, this is my job. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Cause I feel like
this is like the only thing I've ever done besides do hair.
I asked that because, like, you know, like, you get into music, and of course these are the accolades on paper, right? Not people, but on paper, and to some people, that's what make somebody great. Whoa, because Beyonce broke the amount of Grammys. Oh, because they got this many accolades on paper. That's what makes you shine. So I would assume that an artist would want that, because that helps rise the notoriety of your name. But you never wanted that.
No, because the dedication that you have to have to it. I know the behind the scenes stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I was cool. I don't trust people as is. So, like, let's take Beyonce. I've seen her literally working since she was like 15, 16, when we were all going out on tour. And I'm just like, the reason why she is, people be like, bitch, let me see you get out there and shoot 15 in heels and like running around the world and having to deal with all of this stuff that's going on. Oh, you don't deserve this. Okay. And she never says a mumbling word. So then people make up things they would have thought she would have said. Oh, I think she's mad because she didn't win this. Bitch, I done won everything in the goddamn, you feel me? So why would I be mad? Y'all lucky I showed up to this shit. Let's start there, because as soon as she stepped in, them ratings went up. Keep your awards. It's not what the people say, it's what God writing down. You feel me? Because I can, like, anybody can make a award. They used to give us trophies for spelling bee shit. Where's that today?
No, facts.
Like, this stuff don't mean, like,
were you always like that? Or is that somewhere you arrived recently? And when I say recently, maybe 10 years.
I always didn't give a fuck. Like, I don't know why. I think it was because, I think it's a complex, and it is a defense mechanism. Because, like, honestly, even with my therapist, going back to my child, I would never get picked for stuff. I was always the shortest, or, you know what I'm saying? But nobody ever really knew how thorough I was. Then when this is what I always say, it always take that one person to give me a chance, then all of a sudden everybody think you hot. Missy gave me a chance. Then everybody started thinking I was hot. So you get all it takes is one person to vouch for you. And you could run around the globe.
Damn, because I would think,
and she didn't even, like, she wasn't doing interviews, like, we wasn't doing interviews together. All she did was put me on a song and had me running around the globe with her. And that's how I got to work with Jack, tour with 50. Like, I've been on every tour that I wanted to go. I was just like, oh, shoot. And I was always either the only female R&B singer when we was touring, or there's been times I've toured with rappers and I was the only girl. So I could fit in the room and take over where vultures is around. So it's just like, you have to, that's where that, I would say that's where that up north come from, where it's just like, I gotta go get it, I gotta kill it, and I gotta eat it, I gotta take it back home. Like, it's a different mindset.
But it's crazy because that so many times we see that breed monsters, and not like meaning, but like people that can't stop. When, like, I was never chose, so now I'm gonna make y'all choose me every single time. You would think that would be like a care or desire in your heart, like, nah, because I never was chose, I'm gonna make sure y'all choose me every single time. I ain't gonna stop.
And then I love when they choose me and I get to tell them no. that way. That's why I be telling people, and I told you, I was like, I love the underdog because I see stuff in people. I be like, somebody saw something in me and somebody gave me a chance. I ain't have no cousins. I got family that's in the industry, but because John P. Key does gospel, I'm out here, got tattoos, goals all in my mouth, colorful braids. What could he have actually done for me? But the fact that people's like, Missy's like, wait, John is your uncle? When people find out, like, wait, what? He's the GOAT. Go and take, like, we used to sit, then you realize we used to sit at his rehearsals just to get a glimpse and just to hear a chord and a key change. We used to go to his concerts and be late for school, get fired from jobs just to be around. I didn't know that then. Then I just see, I was always around greatness. So just because you don't get chose for the stuff, child, half of this stuff is paid for, PR ran, or, you know what I mean? It's
mirrors.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, be careful what you get chosen for, too. I don't want to get chosen for everything. But honestly, I've got to the point that I'll be like, this is what I want. If I don't put expiration dates on things because it's not my time in any way. But I say this is what I want. And if I don't achieve a goal by a certain time, then I'll either come back to it or I'll find a new goal to achieve. Like, people be giving up. I never gave up. So that's why I was like, I have to come back from my respect. Niggas already know I can sing. And what? There's millions of people that can sing me under this chair, under the bus, under the rug.
I won't say millions. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, there's some people.
No, there's some people that can sing. But
There's some people that can sing. But no, there's some people that nobody never heard of. I'd be like, nigga.
Top 5 underrated. If you Lil Mo, you give him the platform.
Everybody, man, I just saw, this is not even my blood niece, but we was just at CIAA the other week, and her name is Alicia. And she's I saw her literally grow up, and she sang the Black National Anthem during CIAA weekend. And then I was just like, dang, I hope you pass everything I've ever done. But she was around, and she's humble. So I was like, oh, she already gone. If you stay humble from the beginning, them humble beginners mean everything. Then when people start coming out acting weird, people ain't going for that no more. That's what I love about this generation. Come out acting like a weirdo, you're canceled. What? Cancel.
I love the fact that, like, cancel culture is real, but I was talking to somebody, I was asking, like,
I used to have this thing called a committee. Baby, they used to drag, because we would, and people's like, that makes you a hater. And I was like, no, I'm not a hater. That's weird. Didn't I see now you have cancel culture? And I was like, wait, I was doing that in 2012.
Yeah.
They used to drag me for it, like, you can't do that. You can't. So I was like, this is weak.
Yeah.
But I realized you can't do that. So then you have to make a fake page. No,
you can speak. Now, people got fences.
I know.
You got fences.
You'd be surprised who got a fist to child.
I feel like everybody got one.
Everybody.
I need one.
Donald Trump don't have one. He used his main page. He's wild.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like
he's wild.
I feel like, and nowadays, if you are yourself, you don't have to worry about cancel culture. In my opinion, like, for example, Boosie ain't getting canceled.
Yeah, cause he got time in.
He him.
And everybody that knows Boosie, like, if he gets canceled, then that's on him. He knows he can either don't say that, but he's from that. I'm telling you, people from down south, he don't mean no harm.
Like Trick Daddy not getting canceled from down south.
But like that. But that's everybody that's from like that. That's my era. I'm like, they don't mean no harm.
50 ain't getting canceled.
He's not getting canceled. Like, because everybody knows But he had to go through that period. Everybody don't know from the beginning. People, he was called a bully. Remember, they wasn't letting him in stuff. Then Get Rich or Die Trying came out, and everybody was, oh my God, I love you, 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents? They was putting the S on that motherfucker. You feel me? But there was a time when he did How to Rob. They was giving him a hard way to go. Then he passed everybody. Sometimes you got to pass them.
So you were saying that, I asked you, what was the biggest difference from the music in the 90s and music in the 2000s? You said everything.
Everything. Nobody wants to rehearse. They just go out there and be sounding a mess. No, I'm just kidding. They used to make us we used to have rehearsal. Before you went on tour, you rehearsed. You didn't just post up a quick 30-second, 1-minute video, you acting like you dancing in the mirror. That's why I'm just like, yo, go look at people old shows and go look at people's shows today.
But not even today. I'm thinking,
because they're becoming so fast at success, they don't even go through. We used to have to go to artist development where they sat down and told you how to do body language, how to da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Now these artists just be saying anything. They be tweeting anything like, who wants to suck my toes? Like weird shit.
But honestly, yo, as crazy as it sounds though, artist development, right? It definitely can help. But I feel like
it definitely helps.
Nowadays though, I feel like more people get lit by being themselves. And when you have artist development, it's kind of like they come in talking radio. They radio train. It's like people aren't genuine. Like now people are themselves and they get canceled a lot.
And they're going to jail. They're getting canceled and they're all getting RICO charges. Name artists from the 90s who locked up for the RICO. I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll wait. Because they was letting people talk too much. They letting people talk too much and do too much and they hanging out too much. Do your job, take your ass home. That's the difference between the 90s and the now. These people want to be outside too much. And I'm like, what y'all shouting? Like, what happened to y'all? Y'all want to come out and just start shooting at everything, start rooting, like just doing wild stuff. You can't do that. You're under the spotlight. Whether you think you're social media famous, a reality TV star, a music recorder star, there's somebody that's looking up to you and somebody wants to become you and somebody wants to take your spot. Always walk with excellence.
So how do we introduce this podcast thing now? Because now we seen interviews like Irv Gotti on Drink Champs, and that was crazy. As crazy as it was, though, be careful. As crazy as it was, that still was his story, right? And I feel like everybody should be able to tell their story and be transparent, because that's what makes us fall in love with you outside of the music, outside of everything that you got going on. We fall in love with who you are as a person.
I agree.
And the relatability. So it's like, on one side, it's like we talking too much, right? But on the other side, it's like, I mean, if you don't talk, then how we know who you are?
Because you have to take in consideration if people care about what you're saying. This generation doesn't know. This generation, my son is 14. I saw, let me tell you a case in point. I saw somebody hold up a picture. They have those things where they go around asking people questions. They held up a picture of Harriet Tubman. They asked the girl, who is she? She was like, I don't know. She was like, what do you want me to say? He's like, who is it? She said, Michael Jordan.
Damn. She probably was joking.
She was dead serious. I asked my kids, asked them about something. They be like, who? And I was like, yo, every 10 years. So if we was popping back in 99, it's 2023. We done went through a whole pandemic. You feel me?
Yeah, facts.
This generation don't care about the past. They want to know what you're doing now. And then what you're doing for us.
That's crazy that you said that, because every 10 years, that's what I wanted to talk about, right? Because I feel like you came out.
That was every year, child.
Yeah, you came out in like 98, 99.
Actually, my first album came out in 2000, but I was testing the waters in 98, 99.
Exactly. So that's where I wanted to go, right? So like in the 90s, every artist that I've seen that dropped the debut album in the 90s compared to the artists that I've seen drop a debut song in the 2000s, not 2010 to 20, right?
Yeah.
You see the change, right? You could see like in 90s it was predominantly like R&B, like real R&B. And then 2000s came in, it was more so, we was getting in rap, we started to make a presence really heavy. Dancing peaked in mid 2000, like 2005, 2006. It peaked, but it ain't really hit until like 2012 with the Migos. I think y'all don't quote me on the dates. 21? 2012. So like, I wanted to ask you, because I don't think I was paying attention that much, but me just doing my research, I was like, when I think of artists that debuted in 2000s, right? You, Keisha Cole, I think 04.
Like, it was like every
Carl Thomas maybe, but none of them, we don't never be like legends, right? Again, I'm speaking for the masses, right? You said you came back to get your respect. When it comes to R&B in that time, it's like, we don't really say legends. We put legends behind people like Lil Wayne. You might hear T.I. Like Lil Wayne was 99, but still was most of his time was 2000s. You feel me? But when we talk about the artists that debuted in the 90s, we say legendary, like Mary J. Blige, Tony Braxton, we can Usher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it's a difference between the type of music that was being made in the 90s and then the 2000s. What was the biggest difference, if you could take us back? Because I'm curious.
See, a lot of those people that you named, like Usher was down with LA and Babyface. So, like, a lot of those people, Mary J. Blige was associated with Puff. Like, she was from that, not New Jack Swing, what was that era? That bad boy era. So when she came out, nobody else was out. Then Faith came out. You know what I'm saying?
Monica,
so she was, but Monica was down with Dallas Sosa. She was from that ATL crew. So when I came out from the mix. So everybody knew me from singing, but then I was working with rappers, and then I sang R&B, but my name is a rapper name. So I was kind of like, what the fuck does she do? Like, people was really trying, like, are you a rapper? I said, I'm everything. I can rap, I can sing, I can write, I can't dance, and I don't play no instruments. So it was just like, I just created my own. I had braids. I remember they was like, they tried to do this other hairstyle on me. I was like, it's not gonna work. I had tattoos. Nobody wasn't doing that. I was like literally different. So now when I see the artists of today, I be like, it makes me feel so good to see people like know this. I love to see girls tatted on their face with a prom dress and some J's on, and you know, just like singing like this from their heart and from their soul. I love the Scissors, the Summer Walkers that like they really break it. Oh, that she just had 3 babies and then she gonna go on tour. Like I love that stuff. So there was no difference. It was just like a lot of people. You could tell who was controlled and some of us who was just like, bitch, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. We gonna win.
That makes sense now. I think it was almost like, I ain't even gonna say you crawled so they could walk. You crawled so the people now can run. If you think about it.
I starved so they could eat.
Nah,
because
fact.
niggas still owe me money.
And that's what I'm thinking about. Because like even
let's
then,
get in.
Even then is like all of the people in that era.
Yeah.
Again, it seemed like it birthed a new era. It was like we had Bow Wow, Romeo, Sammy. Then the Soulja Boy came, but even Soulja Boy was able to walk. So the Migos could, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like every generation.
That's why he'd be
different.
like, wait, honestly, did you see what Soulja Boy said? Wait a minute. Y'all talking about Drake?
Nah, facts.
He was like, that was my whole song. But a lot of people won't give you credit for that. So sometimes you got to speak up for yourself. So I would say with my generation, there was a point where we were told we were silenced, but then a lot of people started speaking up. Because you're right, a lot of things were PR control. The questions were sent in and this is what you could ask. Now we just like, yo, what's up? I want to know, you know what I mean? I want to know what the fuck, like what's going on.
Facts.
Now you can be more, let me tell you something. Early 2000s, they would never have none of these artists in the same room as some of the things. Like they literally separate. But now that we blend together, that's why honestly everybody's superstars. Like,
so you say it makes you happy, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, of course, like in totality, that will make you happy. It should make you happy. Mm-hmm. But in those moments when nobody around and you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? That don't ever hurt a little. Like, man, it's kind of unfair. You feel me? Like I was the one really in the streets and I really set the tone and was able.
Was out here.
You get what I'm saying? For
at
these
the radio
people,
stations.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't really get the shine that even the ones today get. And you was the one that really took the first feet in the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't never like bother you at all. Outside of you being, I know you happy for people. But for you and your career.
I don't be caring. I be like, that's what's up. Because the things that make me happy and that I care about, I don't even want the world to know. The fact that I made it without with literally Missy calling me and me picking up a payphone when these motherfuckers, like I'm going to be real. I ain't suck no dick. I ain't sell no pussy. I ain't do none of that shit. These bitches is out here selling pussy. Can't none of these niggas say they fuck me. No, and I'm gonna tell you some real shit too. People can say what they want about Irv. I don't even get into that because I was never signed to Murder Inc. But he honestly put it on me still to this day. The recurrent like that. But Irv told me like in like 99, because I did I Cry first before I did Put It On Me. Actually, I did Somebody's Gonna Die for Romeo. Like he was putting me in positions to win. And he like really told me like, don't fuck none of these niggas. Yeah, so that's why I don't care. That's why when I see somebody win, I be like, I want you to win, but I hope your winning is organic and not you had to sell something, because that's not going to last.
That's so tricky, man. Because it's like, as a woman, you could say that. As a man, I feel like I can never say that because, like, who are we to judge how somebody's getting it, though? Because if you was...
Because why do we even care?
Not even that, but, like, if you was in a position where you had to do whatever you had to do for your child to eat, you going to do whatever you got to do.
I'm not sucking nobody's dick for my child to eat. God will make a way. Jehovah Jireh, he provides. And God ain't going to put you in no position where you have to compromise your integrity to eat. Let's get in.
But he gonna put some things in front of you where you think that.
And, he fasted for 40 days and he was tempted, but did he fall? You got to outthink these niggas. You want to last, you got to outthink these niggas. Put it like this: everybody is a podcast. What'll set you apart? You got to outthink these niggas. You got to outwork these niggas. You got to be the dream. You got to eat it, sleep it, but you can't let nobody know your next move. Nobody knows what I got coming up in the next couple of weeks.
You said that.
Nobody ever knew my moves.
That's honorable.
Yeah.
I feel like in today, like you said, today's people don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like today's age is like they want to do whatever they got to do to make it to the top.
Yeah, that's why I always see people, why these girls are twerking? I'm just like, hey.
And when you say that don't bother you, I want that some of that to weigh on me, because it doesn't bother me, because to be honest, it doesn't bother me because I am seeing success, right?
Yeah.
I think I would be lying if I said, I'll be lying now if I don't say sometimes it does bother me, because it's like certain things I'm not going to do.
I'm about to dig it. I'm about to pick your brain. Why does it bother you?
Because again, it hurt, and I could be transparent.
Why does it hurt?
It doesn't. Again, it's not something that. It's not something that affects me, right, outwardly, like, because I'm going to do my thing regardless. But I would be lying to say if it's not times where I'm in a house, like, I'm like, man, it gets harder.
You don't think I be in the house and be like, why do I got all these goddamn kids? I be seeing girls without kids running around. I be like, ooh. And I be like, damn, I want to run around. Damn, everybody twerks and then they sell millions of albums. I wish I could have did that.
That's the
but it don't make me mad. I be like, that's not my road.
But you have those feelings sometimes.
I really don't. That's natural human behavior to be like, damn, I wonder if I did, but it wouldn't have worked for me. That's why I ain't do it. Mm-hmm. So you know what fuels me is just like, before I let it upset me, because it takes more energy to get upset than it does to smile. Before I let it upset me, I'm like, you know how many people I could sing the fuck better than that's got every award in the book, but I don't know what they had to compromise, and that was written in their cards for them. But with me, I'm just like, hey, whatever's for me is for. I got to the point where whatever's for me is for me, but I'm out like, to me, there's nobody, and then I surround my behind the scenes team outthinks all of these niggas.
I think it takes more energy to be happy than upset.
Why?
Because you got to choose to be happy. I feel like
to be happy, if I could be like a smile and be like, I could be thinking of my kid. But for me to get upset, it causes a boiling. You have to really, and then to go physically attack somebody, that takes energy. What do you do when you happy? What do? You sit there, you be like, yo, I'm just laughing. You know, the reason why I got this place, you know what? I watch The Joker 3 times a day with Joaquin Phoenix. People like that, you're weird. I was like, no. If y'all would have just left him the fuck alone, he was fine. As soon as he was without, he got angry, and then you saw the real him come out. All that shit was in his mind. All of that shit is in your mind.
Think about it. If somebody disrespects you right now, the easiest thing to be like,
we stepping.
Right. But the hard thing is, because I didn't shed tears when I had to like bite the bullet and be the bigger man. That hurt, being happy hurts. I think it's hard.
But your blessing comes from biting that bullet.
Not for sure. For sure. 100%.
I don't want to fail no more tests.
For sure. No, for sure.
No, seriously. I'm about to show you how to win.
Let me ask you this then. Arriving here, because I see the growth. Again, I just did mad research and shit like that, so I can see the growth. Mm-hmm. Many people might not see the growth, but I was curious. I swear to God, I was watching the interview, and I might ask her this question. It's going to sound crazy. But outside of everything they teach us, right, they say 18, 21. From your experience, how long does it take to really grow up?
I'm still growing up. I'm still childish. Like, I was with my kids the other day doing, like, they was like, Mom, you look weird. You're old. I'm like, no.
But not that, but like really like.
To mature?
Yeah. At what, can you put an age on it?
No. Because I'm being serious here, because I know that this is going to reach somebody and a million people might watch it and one person might be affected by it. Some people, she up there looking weird as shit. Nobody want to hear that shit, but you listen. Thank you. Like, you feel me? So it's just like, nobody ever grows up. I just think that you just get to a point where I'm not doing that no more. I saw a meme that said, if you still fighting, you can't be around me. Like, y'all niggas, I was like, oh, y'all still fight? We shooting niggas. No, I'm just kidding. Like, who fights? Like what I said, we strap. No, I'm just saying, like, because it's like, I don't have time in my face. Like, you might hit me in my face and then my tooth might fall. Like, nah, we shooting niggas.
So what happened about just walking away?
You're right.
I'm curious. I'm just asking.
I'm not turning my back. Nigga might nah, I've been attacked. But I'm not going to put, like, the reason why I can say this is like, I can't control what's going to happen in the next second. Only God knows. I firmly believe that. But my expectation is once we're done with this interview, I'm going to get in that car. I'm going to take my ass home. I know who's outside. I'm not going there because I know what type of energy it attracts. So it's that energy. At first I was like, I don't want to be no energy. All y'all do is sit around, positive vibes, fuck out of here. Nobody want to hear that, you weirdo. Weird. You just eat salads and you don't wear deodorant, you stink, nigga. But then I got to the point where I was just like, now look at me, just eating salads and saying positive vibes. Now I got to the point where it's just like, I'm tired. I literally, this is when you grow, when you're just tired of being around foolishness. Because when you're around it, you become it. So what they say, if you're around 9 niggas that's broke, I don't care how much money, you bound to be broke because they're going to drain you of your energy. So you'll have money, but you won't be happy. I know a lot of millionaires that can't get sleep at night and job, walking on eggshells because they don't know if they're going to walk and then die in the toilet, job. And then I know some people that that probably need to borrow $20, but will come in here and light up this whole room.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's just like you don't never really grow up. You mature by the people you're around. You're around childish niggas, you bound to be childish niggas. I'm around people all the time. All we do is we be on joke time, but that's not for everybody.
So when was the last time you look back, right? And what period of life was it when you look back, right? Today's age, you look back and I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I came out of that.
Right after the pandemic. Once I stopped taking perks, I was like, I'm glad I came out of that. That's when I say I gotta grow up.
But was it right after, or was it like, how long did it really take you to mature out of that?
What's this, 2023? Like 4 years.
It took 4 years, even when you stopped, after you stopped.
Because you still want it. Like, what? Who said that? Dirt? Like, or one of them said, like, the body still want it, but it's like, nah, we ain't doing that. I got too comfortable and I know what happened to me before. I'm not going back down that road.
It's crazy because, like, if I can, I was, as me doing my research, right, I was looking at this Breakfast Club interview. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, I wonder, like, in my mind, I'm like, the first thing I think is, like, it seems like she's still hurt here. Because I think he was talking about, like, growing past the relationship and things like that. But in my mind, I'm like, it just sounds like it's still so much hurt there. And I wanted to ask you that, just being honest, just being transparent.
Which interview was that? Well, did I have on the black fur and I kept on blowing fur out my mouth?
Let me see.
Because it probably was somebody that owed me money, and I was just like, I'd be like, man, fuck.
You were talking about, of course you were talking about, because at that time you had just got out of a relationship. The guy.
I probably was out of it, but I mean, it was some weird. It was a lot of weird stuff going on, and I could talk to the Breakfast Club because I know them personally.
Yeah, for sure.
My kids go to Envy and them, like that's my family.
Yeah, you said that.
So I can open up to them, but let me see which one it is.
I'm gonna see.
Because it was one I was looking at, I was like, God, I was skied up. Like I knew I took a perk and drank some hot tea so I could go in there teed up.
I think it was like
2019. Was I by myself?
Yeah, you was by yourself.
Did Jessica Dime come in? Because I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I need to go back, child.
Let me see. I think it was. I'll tell you. It might have been this one right here. Is that the fur? Is that a fur?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
That was like right before the pandemic. Matter of fact, that was during the pandemic because I remember we had to get COVID tested for.
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2019.
What was like? If you look back at that mo, what would you say?
I'll be like, see, now look at me now. It's just like, girl, like I didn't have to put myself through that, but I was like, I ain't going to jail. So honestly, I think I don't want anybody to do. My grandmother used to say, don't do drugs, and I was like, God damn, I was outside, like. I thought I really thought I was a rock star. Like,
but that was after it though, right? Like
that was like the end of it. So your body still like people think that I'm gonna stop. I've been like nah. Your body. If I was doing that shit, if I was for like 20 years, because I first started taking perks like a little bit before my daughter's about to be 21. So I started getting like addicted to them because I was getting them from my doctor to help with pain from childbirth. Then when you start buying, you're like, I didn't want to feel nothing for 20 years. So if that wasn't, yeah.
So even when you're speaking about not doing it, you're still doing it at that time.
It was like
toned down.
Yeah, it wasn't like 30s. It probably was like some little oxycodone, little something. Because if not, your body, like I knew once I got off the grid, like you literally have to go to hell.
Damn.
You literally. I don't wish that. Like I don't never want to feel that again. Ever.
What was like the hardest part about
it? The mental part, because your body still be like your body still craves certain things. Like people like that's a mania. So it's like people, they call it an addict, but I thought I was like a percomaniac. It was just like for me to start my day with like my certain shot. I was like, then I looked at it, I was like, Jesus, the receipts. But I was like, I got the money. Well, now I think about like, oh my God, do you know what I could have had? I could have been on the boat next to Diddy in Miami. God damn it. Like now I look back, I was like, yo, you was wild. But I had to go through that to grow through that. Like that shit is real.
Do you think a lot of that, because again, we was even talking off and we ain't want to go to the exact questions, but I was curious.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think a lot of that had an effect on your reactions or how you acted in your relationship, the one that was really bad?
I never even acted like anything in my relationships. Now that I think about it, because I didn't care.
But do you think that impacted your relationship?
It just made me like, oh, okay, this like my son came to me like, Mom, this is Dad's cheating on you. So that's when we did on Love and Hip Hop. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Hey, Mona, we sat down, had a meeting, we made a scene about it. So you try to hurt me, I'm gonna get some money. Now you try to hurt me. I hope you got life insurance, cause we coming. Like you're not allowed to hurt me anymore that way. So that's why. Like it's a whole process. So I'll give you the politically correct answers. Like,
Nah, don't give me the political. I don't want
I
that.
just like, yo, like, honestly, niggas should have played when I was on drugs. Cause now that I'm sober, we coming. Don't play with me. I'm not one of them.
Cause it seemed like even then it hurt a lot. Like the abuse.
You
the
don't
shit
feel
that we
anything.
see.
Yeah, like you don't feel. You off a perk, somebody yank your whole braid out your fucking head or yank your whole wig off, and you run out of the hotel, setting off the fire alarm. Everybody going, and you playing off like, what's going on? Bitch, you did it. It happens. So that's why when I see people going through Sahari, like, I hope they make it out. I made it out. I know some people who just, like, literally, but they love the lifestyle. So they will literally get, I ain't never had shit beat out of me. I heard some people getting their ass beat and shit came out.
Nah, it's crazy. I went back to that because so many things was intriguing about that. Because like, first of all, I see you're a Scorpio. My girl is a Scorpio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Gemini, and
Oh, Jesus.
yeah. Why you say oh Jesus?
Because Gemini,
What?
yeah.
What?
It's two of y'all.
It's two of you. You ain't
It's
never the
100
same.
of me.
Right. So that's not fair to say. about
Yeah, I
it.
know it's 100 of me. I know I got multiple personalities, but it just depends on, like, everybody don't get to see that.
That's why I was looking at it. I'm like, sheesh, like,
Yeah.
dang, like y'all could. Like,
No, Scorpios, like, everybody I know that's a Scorpio be turned. And they really be like, we just different.
I feel like an immature Scorpio. I'm gonna just say immature, right? An immature Scorpio is like it might be a Scorpio thing. Like if you heard a Scorpio, bro, like that tail thing, like the get back is real.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like.
And what's crazy is we don't even have to touch you. You're going to take this L. You're going to feel it.
That's crazy.
That's life.
You still like that?
Yes.
So at what point?
But I'm
do
in
you-
my soft girl
I was about to say, at what point do you be like, you know what? I'm gonna walk away.
when
It
somebody
ain't
tell
worth
you
it.
you ain't got to be like that no more. And
said
they
what?
mean it. When someone comes in your life and tells you you don't have to be that way. You don't. Because my mama did. That's not how I was raised. I had to literally apologize to my whole family because I was like, I know they saw, and they never judge me. People, family be writing them off, be doing weird stuff. Like, do you see people's moms getting on the internet? And my son, I would never do that to my kid.
So what do you think the turn was? Because you had your parents was preachers,
They still are.
right? Your parents are preachers,
Yeah.
and they was together the whole time they was with
My
you,
parents about to be married about 100 years.
right? So
Yeah.
where did it? Because you had 5 kids.
Yeah.
Is it all about the same or?
No. I've been married.
It's kind of like multiple
3
times,
times.
right?
Yep.
It's like kind of the opposite. Where did the turn go?
The turn went when I remember I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, what made me like wild out and do so? When somebody told me you're such a daddy's girl, you're gonna just always listen to your dad. Then I realized I listened to somebody that didn't even have a dad. So I was trying to be rebellious, like, oh my God, I'm not a goody two. People say you're a goody two shoes. You don't do nothing. Da da da. You okay? Watch this. You know, like Usher, watch this. And I tee up everything that was child. But at the end of the day, I never lost myself. And that's a blessing because I see some people that have lost their self. And I'm just like, wow, like, there's some people, like, I think I look better now
You
than
look good.
before
You
I
can
came
say
out.
it. Girl, you look good.
Like, I look better now than when I first came out. I be looking at pictures like, where was my eyebrows? But there's some people I be like, they look like what they've been through. Their way.
Yo, you said I think the Tank interview you was like, yo, you always like played it bigger than what you were because you were short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even when Missy calls you, like you wanted to sound big.
Yeah, everybody thought I was going to be tall.
Did that affect any party of it? Like, I feel like that, it sounds good on the surface, but I'm trying to go deeper than that. Like, did that affect any of your relationships?
What, me being short?
No, wanting to be big, like in a personality, just wanting to be bigger.
I just have a big personality. I never wanted to be taller, bigger, wider. I never wanted none of that. But it's just like I'm literally the Scorpio that be like, so, like, I'm the person, you know how people be like, yo, because when we get there, I'm gonna be like, remember you had said when we get there we tearing all this shit up. I'm gonna go and be like, let's go.
Let's tear it up.
Yeah, like the fuck, like don't get me all hyped up. Cause I tell people once I get hyped, you're not gonna be able to calm me down. You have to get my dad on the phone, for real. So it's just like I've always had a big personality. I would say my downfall is it had nothing to do with my relationships. I had no business being in those relationships anyway. That's because I didn't know who I was. So respectfully, my children, like, that's honestly all I wanted. I never really wanted to be with those child. Let me get to gossiping, child. Like I was just like, what was I thinking? We should have just been friends. Matter of fact, you should have just smiled and waved. But now that I know who I am, and it has nothing to do with Little Mo.
I asked that because like me and my girl been together for 5 years, right? And we've been through like some stuff.
You supposed to.
Like real toxic stuff.
Once you pass the 5th year.
Yeah, so like I was gonna say, like we went through some stuff, like some things we shouldn't have been through.
What did you do?
Really proud to do.
What did you do?
What I do?
Scorpios
I
don't do anything. I know.
You said Scorpios don't do anything?
We don't.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Female Scorpios don't do anything.
Don't do nothing.
No.
Nothing.
And it's unbelievable. On everything I love.
We could never have this conversation then. Because you don't do anything.
No, it's like, you can't be like, yo, these niggas, I can't stop these niggas from wanting to holler at me. It's not what they say to me, it's what I respond to.
But the fact that your answer is we can't do nothing, that's just a joke. That's just for entertainment purposes only.
No, I bet you can't name 3 things that your girl did that you'd be like, I should have walked away. One.
I can name a few.
Name one.
I'm not going to do it right here.
Just name one.
I can name what I did. That she probably should have walked away.
Just name one thing she did.
I can't say what she did. I can say what I did, but that's the thing. I can say what I did.
You're jotting. You're trying to divert. Name one thing she did.
Bro.
Watch this. Just name one thing.
I'm not going to do that. I could put me out there. I'll put me out there. That's just respect. That don't have nothing to do with me diverting.
Nobody knows your girl's name. I don't even know who she is.
I have a podcast with my girl.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm like, but even that's just respect. Like, all
right, so name one thing you did.
I cheated.
Who don't cheat?
What?
Men, let me tell you something. I was told at a young age, men were meant to procreate. So it's naturally in y'all system to, do you see what they used to do in the older days? How many wives them niggas had? How many kids they had? They beget whole nations. So to think that your man is going to be monogamous to just you and not even look, that don't mean you, see, cheating has nothing to do with sex. That's just the actual finalization that this nigga was out here. The mind, you thought it first and then you actually acted on it. So what made you think outside of like, dang, like she really riding. She does no wrong. She's a Scorpio. She got my back. These bitches, if y'all been together 5 years, y'all survived the pandemic. You can't name one thing that she did wrong, but you said you cheated. And that's not even like, I'd be like, okay, that's a given.
That's crazy that you said that's a given. Cause like I did it one time and like, it was really on some childish stuff. Cause I was hurt. My feelings was hurt. So when you say that's a given, I don't know. Like I'm not these niggas.
A nigga cheating or stepping out don't ever make the female mad. If you take this bitch to get something to eat or give her a couple of dollars, I'm gonna fuck your whole life up.
Oh no, I ain't never do that.
That way.
I ain't never do that.
You be like, yo, did you take that bitch to get? I don't even care. Like niggas be like, I didn't buy that bitch a French fry. Say less. And if you took her to Starbucks, it's up for you.
But some girls still like she was hurt about that cheating shit. She ain't
because.
And it took a while to get over that, like years.
And she's not over it because it's just like, dad, like why I'm gonna tell you as a Scorpio woman, was like, why would you do that to me? I don't do nothing.
But you don't think I could think the same thing? Like, why would you do that to me? Yeah. You don't think I could think the same thing? You just sit up here and say we don't do nothing. That's crazy.
Y'all are young.
Imagine if I was saying we don't do nothing. Cheating is nothing. That's a given.
How old is she?
She 32.
And so if y'all been together 5, she not even. Wait till she become a cougar. Then you really gonna. No, I'm just kidding.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yo. Anyway, I said that to say I felt like even now, looking back on this, a lot of things we situations we should have never been in, right? Yeah. And I think the time really helped us grow through that, right? And I was wondering, do you think in any of the situations you say I shouldn't have been with him? Do you think you wasn't with him long enough to really get over that and learn? Or
none of my marriages lasted past 6 years.
That's what I'm saying. But is it the fact that I didn't have enough time to really grow through myself, grow through what I was going through, right? Like, is it like, what about you, right? Not about, I shouldn't even been with him, but because I'm like, yo, 5 years, I'm like, yo, I'm looking back on things and we should have quit 2 years ago. It was toxic, it was bad. But now it's 5 years in and I'm like, yo, I'm glad we did.
She ever stabbed you?
She ain't stabbed me. She did some things though.
I stabbed my one of my husbands.
She did some
my
things.
ex-husbands.
But I'm mad.
And he's a Scorpio too. because he did. It wasn't the fact that he cheated. When I saw, I was like, you had that bitch on the bed that my daughter lays on when she come here. You're done.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
do you think you didn't have enough time
And then-
with them people? Was it just?
I'll be like, baby, I'm only here for a little while, not a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Yo.
I ain't caring. That was the old me. That was childish. I matured. Like now, I'm just like, I'm here forever. And whoever want to come between that, if they ready to die, they better have their money up. Because some people can't even afford to die. Let's get in.
That's a fact. So you do think? So you do think then you ain't give enough time? Is it safe to say that?
I gave them too much time.
6 years? 5? You said your marriage lasted 6 years.
I got 2 kids by 2 kids by each. That's too much time. And all my kids is like 2.5, 3 years apart. That's too much time. Like, bro. Like, now it gets like.
I hit in New York.
Yeah, nah, it's like, bro. Like, that's too much time. Because one time my sister was like, you can't. This is when I knew, like, I was just doing stuff and I must have been inebriated, intoxicated, or just like being weird. My sister was like, you can't possibly love this person that much. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And I had to tighten up.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, looking at radio, you said like it was nothing. Like
No, it was a fun time. It's real political. A lot of people think you just get on there and coming up in 3 minutes, we have the song by Chris Brown. Like, it's not that. You haven't me. I remember I used to be like, why I'm driving this far to come to this meeting? Y'all could have texted me that.
Yo, wait, what happened? I don't know if you talked about this. What happened with the last time? Not the 10-105, X105. What happened with was it KY Radio 1?
What happened?
Well, I'm asking you, what happened with Radio?
Oh, when I had got fired?
Yeah.
I just asked myself, nigga, I used to drive down here every day to DC from Philly. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. For a year.
That's why you got fired?
First they said they was going a different direction. Then I was took.
Niggas is smoking in the head, clearly. I don't know what type of shit they smoking, but whatever. Go ahead.
Whatever it is, I want to puff. No, I'm just kidding. And then it was just like, it just got to the point where I don't know what happened. All I just know that I was told that they was going a different direction and that was it, because I wasn't always on time. But they don't, like, who knows? Radio can do that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, radio.
It's weird. Like, you can literally have a show with somebody and they can come in and say, all right, now we're gonna split y'all up. You just like, what? Like The Color Purple, Maki Dataj? It is what it is.
Wow, but what, like, you did radio at
I was pregnant with my first daughter. She'll be 21 in August.
That was when you did X101.
X1057. I had no discography, no radio history, just used to fill in New York. And Thea Mitchell that runs Power 105 that does all of the shows in New York for Clear Channel. I was like, I want to do radio, because I used to fill in for like Angie Martinez, Funk Flex, Star and Buck. I would come down, I would fill
New York,
in.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And she was just like, all right. I was like, I want to do afternoon drive, because I was taking a hiatus from the industry because I was pregnant with my daughter at the time. So I was like, this will be a good way for me to #1 show.
What happened with X105 though?
They had turned back to talk radio. Talk radio makes a lot. Now look, podcast.
Facts.
Nobody really want to hear. They used to say talk less, play more music. Then it was getting like ratings was so high. Then you start playing a lot of commercials. Nobody want to hear that. First thing you see when you're on YouTube, it come up a commercial. What you want to do? Skip ad. Well, you don't have that luxury. That's why I think radio is dwindling, because we don't have that luxury to skip ad. That's why every radio station there have an app. You feel me?
That's nostalgic, because I remember vividly remembering when X105 came out and it was competing with 92Q.
Competing, we won. No, just
that was fire though.
That was fire because there was no other black stations in that region. So for us to come from, I think it was sports radio or talk radio, to go straight to, it was CHR. So CHR is crossover hit radio. So we was already like that means we had a budget. No, just kidding. So it's like to come into a city where 92Q is the #1 radio station, black radio station, but that's what Power 105 honestly did to like Hot 97. The underdog came in and they figured out, okay, that's what y'all doing over there. This is how we gonna pass y'all. But then it came to a point, went back to talk. Like people came into work and they told we switch. They have the power to say we switching back to
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like radio, your team is saying it's time to go. Like, God damn, I'm thinking we got time.
Oh, what time is it?
It's 7:30.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like shit. My bad. I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
because
like running
we
out.
got another. Oh Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. And wrap it up.
Child, I thought it was like 6:45.
We
No
was
lie.
good. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, God.
That's what I wanted to say. Let them know we good. My bad. Last thing. Do you feel like the radio, the TV, everything that you did outside of music, do you feel like that got in the way of when it comes to your legacy? Because you said I jumped back in to get my respect.
It never got in the way because I'm not just a singer. Like I said, I'm everything. I did radio because I used to watch Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a #1 show just because I was just like, you got to outthink. They will put the paper in front of me. I'm not saying that. I'm going to say it my way because I know what I always knew that radio, they said, is the theater of the mind. People don't see you, but you got to make them believe you. You have to make them feel something. So I was doing what other people was doing. Like we used to do so much wild stuff. We would do, all the celebrities was my friends. So I would call them up on the phone. We would just be, I'm like we would just do everything different. Every Friday we would either have a concert on the air or do something wild. Or we would be like, and come into we would make it up like the Lyric Opera House. Mama, I fried my chicken and I think I'm pregnant and my baby daddy's locked up. Starring. So we used to just wow out.
So you don't think that like made the vision a little blurry when it comes to legacy? No.
No, because we was #1.
So let me ask you this then.
Now everybody wants me at their radio station, but I said no.
Coming full circle then.
Yeah.
You said it in the beginning. We won't end with it. What does respect look like then? If you came back into it to get your respect you deserve. What does that look like? How if it was up to you, how would that look?
Look at me. This is called respect. Ain't got nothing to do with money. I can't walk up in the White House and say what's up. I might not ever get to the White House. But the fact that people from this generation, people from my generation, and literally everything now is just like, people are giving it to me. I didn't even ask for it. Y'all niggas gonna respect me. You gonna respect. No, but then they definitely not. But the fact that I sit back and then I just like started seeing people like, yo, we never really gave you our flowers. Because you know what I realized too? So many people were leaving or getting sick. So many things happened. And we were like, Dad, we never really got a chance. Once you're gone, that's it. Give people their flowers while they can smell them. So the fact that people like that are in their 20s and young, I'm like, my son's is old. How do you know? They was like, because my mom. So I respect that. And the reason why I came back from my respect, because I had to re-respect myself so people would take me serious. Because then it was a time people like, yo, she running around here. Like, I read the comments. I listen. You run around with these nut-ass niggas. Do you know who you are? So if you want to know what respect look like, it look like this. Because I'm not going to accept anything less than what I expect.
That was fire.
And it ain't got nothing to do with money. Like, trust me. Because I be seeing people, I was like, wait, so y'all really paying people because they have 1 million followers on Instagram to come to the club and do nothing, but y'all want me to come for the same amount and sing 3 songs? Fuck out of here. Price going up. Because I know I'm going to have to get out there and work. I'm not going to just be able to get y'all camera phones out, turn around, bounce it for 2 minutes and then leave out. Like, they be wanting me to work. So if you want me to work, then I had to really get to the point where I stopped accepting all offers. Now that I've got to the point where I can say no, that will make people respect you more. Because I was talking to somebody the other day, they was like, why would people want to come see you at an arena if they just saw you at the club?
Facts.
So you really have to, you want people to respect you, change your environment, change your circle. Everything around you got to be elevated. If it don't go up, what you think it's going to do? Stay in the middle?
Stay stagnant.
What they say mid? Oh, that's mid. Ain't nothing to fuck mid over here. Put me on the tour. I'm going to tee up every time you put, like, yo.
I like that.
That way.
That was hard, man. This is great. This is a great conversation.
Thank you. Yeah, you talk my head off, child. No, I'm just going
to. I appreciate it. I love it when they say I talk too much. It's good. That's what we're supposed to do. Yo, for the people that don't know, I guess let them tap into your Instagram and all that, man. For the people that don't know.
At The Lil Mo Show. TheLilMoshow, and it's really me.
It is her.
I used to comment back to everybody, but one of my peoples that runs on Major Block was like, stop. That's what somebody told me. Don't let your legacy become a comment section. You going at it at people in the comment section. I tightened up. I was like, y'all see it? Y'all care? It was like, because then people said, look what Mo has said. I was like, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. You know what I mean?
So you still running your Instagram?
Yeah. I'm not letting nobody, because I used to try to let people run and they be trying to get work. Like, wait a minute, I didn't tell nobody to call that number. Child, remember? Yeah.
So you gonna, can I get a follow back?
I said I followed you.
Hell no. Where her Instagram at? Give her a phone, please.
Give her the phone, child.
That was the, you see how
I'm gonna do like my daughter.
you see how
No, somebody asked my daughter, they was like, why you don't follow me? She blocked them. My daughter's is vicious.
That's
and that's her
crazy.
own brother. Why you don't follow me? She blocked. Child, let me see.
I was unfollowing.
Because then it made me follow people. I was like, who is this lady?
Nah, that was, you see the build up there? You see how I just built that up? Like, let me get my follow, bro.
All right, what's your
It's MR_JAY.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gang, appreciate it. Yeah, that was great conversation for real. I thank you.
Make sure you don't follow him as soon as we leave.
That's
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's cool. It's cool.
No, but my page be shadow banned. So like people be like, I was hitting you up, and I'm like, there be times I'll get like 400 likes. Then there'll be sometimes that bitch will be at 300,000. I'm like, wait a minute. So I don't be knowing like half the time. Then it had me following somebody like, yo, who the fuck is this? Like, you feel me? I was like, nah.
No, I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Listen, I appreciate the conversation. Lil Mo, J Hill Podcast is a wrap. We out.